So a block of transaction, or a block of what? Data. Once it is created, it's put onto the ledger. So during our introduction, someone mentioned they are what? They are accountants. And in accounting, we have what we call a ledger, right? What's a ledger? What's a ledger? Ledger. Great, thank you very much. A ledger is, you want to try? Recording with commercial records are kept. So, yes, so it's a record where transactions, and the transactions are individual ones. So it presents, blockchain also provides that ledger where individual transactions to business to there are several what transactions that occurs, and they are going to what be displayed on the ledger, and then it will be distributed. Whoever participates on the blockchain is going to what see the transaction, and what they do is that they work to be able to what validate it. They work to be able to validate the transactions. Okay, so to participate on the blockchain, what you need to do is that you need to be able to what register on it. Okay, you need to register on it, and it takes programming skills to be able to participate on the blockchain directly. Someone may ask, so how do I create my own data? How do I participate as a node? You can either have the machine set it up and it will be running for you, or if you want to participate on it physically, you create it. What you need to do is what? Choose the blockchain that you want. Either the Bitcoin blockchain or this, because they believe that everyone in the world should have a voice. Okay, so we voted. You just need to use your wallet, collect it, register as a voter, and then you vote. So after the voting, they publish the results, and everyone sees. And even when you vote, you can trace it and see your vote being casted. And one other thing about the blockchain is that it's easily auditable. You can audit it. I mean, you can just use some language, some coding tools to be able to audit results, audit voting outcomes, and audit what systems on the blockchain. So that's how it is. Imagine if voting was being decentralized in the country here. Look at how we suffer to vote. Long queues. And we even have people that they don't even vote. Some people have made up their minds, especially these upcoming elections. Some people said, no vote, they will not vote. Why? I mean, it's leadership. They feel that they pay taxes, they don't see issues, they don't see why they vote. Some are saying unless they buy their vote before they vote. It's because of transparency and accountability. When we are transparent, if their leaders are transparent, we'll be able to what? Even the counting process. How many of us see the counting process? How many of us see how results are collated after vote? How many? After you go to your police station and you cast your vote back home or back to work, where from there it goes to constituency polling centers, goes to regional polling centers, then it goes to national. It's just reps that they will choose. Every party will have their reps going to represent. But every voter should have that right to be able to see how the voting is collated, how it's done, even at the national level. We should be able to see it. But how do you see it? We don't have the system that will allow us to do that. How? Every border, every boundary, we have checks, and we have the customs that they're checking. But it's weak. They come in, day out, bring those goods inside, smuggle them in, and they sell it, and it's destroying the youth. If we are able to use these systems, blockchain will allow us to be able to trace and fight counterfeit, fight illegal drugs, and they're using the fiat. Charges are very small. So that's the essence. I mean, even the governments are trying to even pilot the CBDC, central bank digital currencies. Yes, they want us to carry their money just online. I mean, you have a mobile wallet where you can just spend the CDs. An online form of what? Of a Ghanaian CD. It's not a cryptocurrency. That's how they want to encrypt our money. So that you can just use wherever you find yourself. You don't need to use the fiat again. Paper, physical, no, online. Just pay, start paying for goods and services. And are you really poor in Ghana? That was how he asked. And he said, oh yes, we are poor country. Hey, we are poor, look at the number of cars on the streets. He saw cars and he was marveled. Cars and not just the number of cars at traffic stop, but the brands. It gives you that opportunity. Next slide, please. So that I'll just see maybe I think the use case will be next. Okay. Now, These are three major arms of the Cardano ecosystem. We have the input-output, which is the input-output global, IOG. Then we have the Imego. Then we have Cardano Foundation. So these three entities run the Cardano ecosystem. Input-output, next please. Do engineering, all the infrastructure development, the research that the company is responsible for. It is being done by the input-output. And their focus is the technical aspects of the Cardano ecosystem. The machinery, the nodes, the coding. Can you write? They all say Nkrumah never dies. Nkrumah never dies. Why? But he's dead though. Yeah, people are saying he never died. Because of what he did on while he was living. Fought a lot. But please, why are you running through my slides? The platform will just support transactions happening. And the ADA was being introduced. You can send and receive ADA across wallets. Then decentralization came in, where you can stake ADA. Okay, you can stake your ADA and help in what? In validating and confirming transactions on the what ecosystem. That's the Shelley era. You see SPOs coming in and all that, stake pool operators, and you can earn it. So even those of you, when we get to the wallet creation, I think he will tell you how you can, if you buy an amount of ADA and you want to stake it with them and earn some rewards, they will take you through that. Then Gogian smart contracts, we mentioned it, lending, land titles, agreements, rents, and all that can be what? Built and deployed. So if you learn the Haskell language of the Cardano ecosystem, you'll be able to build. We were at a conference and someone was telling me, oh, the Haskell is very tough, I can't. I think we have an opportunity that if we even want to train people on that. So the latest one, which is now the talk of the town in the Cardano ecosystem, the Voltaire era. And I think that's even what this project is basically about, Voltaire, which is the governance, okay? For this man, Voltaire, as I showed you, go back, let's see him. That's his name, Voltaire. I mean, he wanted to do a lot of things, okay? He challenged that, or he propounded that everyone should have a voice in this world. I mean, when in leadership, in everything that we do as leaders or as communities, we should give people that are living in that community the voice to be able to what? Make it help in making the decision. And that's why he said, I mean, and he really stepped on a lot of people. But he wasn't assassinated, but he was just being confident. That's how they name it. They name the stage of Cardano after him, Voltaire. So introduces what? Back please, the treasury system. Governance in the treasury system space where we can have lasting messages. So we prefer that to WhatsApp. So if you are on Telegram, just search Cardano Ghana official. You can join the Cardano Ghana group, and you follow us on Twitter. Sorry, X rather, formerly Twitter, and then the Cardano website is there, cardano.org, projectcatalyst.io, then the global Cardano Telegram group is also there. You can also send a mail at cardanogana@gmail.com. So that brings me to the end, and I hope we've been able to understand what actually blockchain is, Cardano is, the arms, the faces. So maybe, thank you very much for the audience.